You want to know what really grinds my testicles? It's that the lighting is terrible in this room. That's probably it, but that's probably not the only thing. There's videos mostly about EV breeding, which is a Pokemon thing. But also, you can do it to humans too, believe it or not. Whenever I tell people or ask people, mostly ask people um, what their birth path number is, they're like, what the fuck is that? Or they're like, I don't believe in that kind of thing. Especially with the zodiac, they're like, I don't believe in that. Dude or chick, when there is something that is so relatable and it matches so well, it's hard for me not to believe that that is accurate. So, fuck off. If I hear someone say, well, I don't believe in that kind of thing, you don't believe that you have a birthday? You don't believe you were born on the day you were born? Everyone has a zodiac sign. You can't act like you don't. Birth path is an even more way you can understand someone before you even talk to them. You can know who they are. And my older sister's birth path number matches her incredibly well. My best friend's birth path is the one my sister has, yet I don't get annoyed by him. But I get annoyed by her. I would say 8s are the worst birth path sign you can have. They are the power sign, but I'm not going to get into the power number. I just want to say my uncle is a prime example of what can happen if you get everything perfectly right. My grandma wasn't planning to make a perfect... They say that there is no such thing as a perfect person. That's a lie. That is a complete, utter lie. If you get a Taurus with the birth path of 8, you failed. Yeah, you just created the most stubborn person on the face of the earth. Yeah. From just pure out research, I've learned that I don't like 4s. People with the birth path of 4. Oh, but not everyone's the same. Oh, yeah, actually, you show, even if you're not completely that description, you show tons of characteristics of that number or zodiac sign. The cousin I get along with very well is a Capricorn, yet his birth path number is one that I get along with. See, Geminis aren't supposed to get along with Capricorns, yet I'm very good at seeing past a Capricorn's hidden intentions, and I can actually see the person who they really are. Because a lot of the times, Capricorns will be good communicationalists, but it's for their own gain. I love Capricorns. I'm sorry. Probably because I am one in a way. That's another thing people misconstrued, is that everyone has a zodiac birth chart. So you can be 5 Leos, you can be 3 Capricorns, 1 Gemini, 2 Libras. It's like you're a mix. Everyone's a mix of zodiac signs. People, thanks to the media, only know what their sun sign is. It's like, what are you? Oh, I'm a Leo. But what's your chart? Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that existed. I can name mine off. Not with the planets. I know that Mercury is Cancer. I can remember that because it's fucking hilarious. Because Mercury gives you Cancer. And yet the planet Mercury has Cancer with me. Which is hilarious. I'm sorry. I find that hilarious. I have 4 Capricorns in my zodiac chart. Each planet is supposed to represent a different thing. Like, Pluto represents how you act at home, or Neptune is the love planet. It's just like, even if it's not real, it still really greatly describes a person's personality, especially if you know that person. You can say, hey, this describes you identically. Even if it's made up bullshit, it still shows someone who someone is. My uncle, prime example, he is a Virgo, Leo. Right off the bat, right there. That's a leader, right there. He has, ever since I was a little kid, he has always been a leader. What's his birth path number? 1. The leader. He was not only given great physique, he was born Leo and Virgo. Virgo is like one of my most least favorite signs. I get along with Virgo girls exceptionally well. Don't know why. I don't hate Virgos. No, I don't hate anything. Their seriousness bothers me sometimes. That's it. My family, my mom's side, we are constructed of Leos, Capricorns, and Cancers. That's what they're constructed of. I'm a Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, 1 Scorpio, 1 Cancer. That's what I am. Combine all those things, it makes me. Yeah. You all have a full zodiac birth chart. Check it out. Look it up. It's just when you were born, what time, and what location. That's all it is. It doesn't take a long time to look that up. So do it. Do it now. Subscribe now. Share this video. Please, to God, fucking share my videos. How hard is it to fucking share my videos? Oh my God. Today reminds me of the other day, probably a month ago. I think it was a month ago, when I had this much energy out of nowhere, but it was worse. Like, my heart was beating like crazy, and I had to run down my neighborhood to release some of the energy. Today, I just haven't been afraid to say whatever I'm thinking. Like, I don't see that as a bad thing. If you want to get out how you're feeling, do it. By all means. It's healthier for you. I'm gonna fart. Okay. That is on camera forever for my children to see. The children I'll have in 30 years, because I don't want to have kids till I'm 40. I want to say one last thing. My older sister and me, whom don't get along very well, we have almost the same zodiac signs in our chart. The only difference is that they're rearranged. This sign that I have is on this planet, and this sign that I have is on this planet. Come on, just say, like, that's why I like birth path numbers. Like, I hated numerology, but you can just go online and simply just look up birth path calculator. Woo! Just put your birthday in, boom, you have the answer. You don't have to calculate anything down. It may be weird that people are calculating out their birth stuff and they're saying, well, this personality goes with this. I'm sorry, if it's so accurate, how can it be wrong? It could sound crazy. Numerology sounds crazy, but it's so fucking accurate that how can you say it's wrong? How can you say that's wrong? I looked up the birth paths of every one of my family members, and it matches each one specifically well. The only one it didn't really match was my little sister. But who knows? I'm not her. I don't know her true hidden intentions, thoughts, feelings, emotions. It could be her. It could be. Like when I read my best friend was an 8, he says, nope, that completely describes me. It just does. Your birth path describes you so exceptionally well. I am the peaceful pacifist that is a spiritual leader. And that just describes... What do you have to lose to not look up your chart? Like, look up your chart. Look it up. Look up your zodiac chart and look up your birth path number. My dad's described him exceptionally well. I'd say 7s and 8s are the worst two kids you could have. They're not worse. They're just not my type. It doesn't mean they're worse. It just means they're pleasable to someone else. Not to my... 8s are the powerhouse. I'm right all the time. You're wrong. If you're right, you're wrong. As in, if you're right, you're the bad one. If I'm right, I'm the good one. I'm always right. 8s learn from their mistakes after making them. And 8s can make 1,000 mistakes and never correct them until like 3 years later. 9s make a mistake and don't repeat it. 9s are significantly better than 8s. By birth. My mom told me, and 7s are insecure. 7s are that sign that will make fun of you at school because you have something they don't have. That's a 7. Just insult them. It easily takes them down. Or talk faster than them. My mother, you'll remember this, Mom, if you watch this video. You'll say, hey, I said that. You said that I'm not going to get along with my older sister if I keep saying that I don't naturally get along with her. No, you can be born a certain way. When you walk down the street, you'll say, I don't like that person. But you've had to have thought once in your life, there has to be a reason for that, why I don't like that person. You can't just say, oh, I don't like that person. They give me a bad vibe. No, you are genetically coded to not like that person. You don't have to fakely like that person. If you don't like them, you don't like them. Easy as that. You don't have to like someone you don't like. That makes sense, right? My older sister and I are genetically coded to not like each other. It's just like Pokemon. It is just like Pokemon. Your two Pokemon don't seem to like each other very much. When you would breed the Ditto in the daycare, only Pokemon users will know what that means. It's true. EV breeding in Pokemon, where you breed your Pokemon with certain Pokemon to make a certain Pokemon to make it more powerful, that's real life. If you breed what my uncle is, you'll get a born leader. I still want to know what my youngest cousin is. I know he's a Leo because he'll just run past you. You'll try to talk to him and he'll go like this. He is a natural born leader. He's fast. He never stops thinking or moving. We think that we're just born this way and that's the way it is. I need water. I'm talking too much. No, but honestly, wouldn't you rather breed a child to it so it's at your liking, so you actually get along with them, or breed a child you have nothing in common with, that you don't talk to for 18 years, that you'd never get along with? At least my dad talked to me. But there are some families where the kid just never talks because he doesn't like his family. Why is that? Why is that? It's because he genetically doesn't get along with them. It has to do with genetics, I swear. And birth path and zodiac signs are just an easy way of seeing what kind of people you match with. It's a great way to see what your compatibility match is with another human being. And here's the thing, you'll see some asswipe say, well, Gemini doesn't get along with Capricorn, so you're wrong. No, I'm not. I'm not wrong. Because everyone has a zodiac birth chart. You could be 15 Virgos and 1 Gemini. If there are 15 no. You can just be a bunch of one sign, which gets along with the sun sign. It's like the lottery. It's randomized. It's completely randomized. You can't judge anyone just by their sun sign. You need more data on them. You need to know more shit about them before you just say, this sign I don't get along with, so I can't get along with you. No. Don't be that person. Just never be that person. Oh my God. You can breed your child to have a good birth path. 33 is supposed to be the maximum birth path, the spiritual leader of everyone, the number one badass. My great-grandma was a 22. It's weird. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 33. There's no 12, nothing. And I'm doing this because I'm thinking, why isn't there a 12? Oh well. Point is, if you're born, the higher up you're born, the more of a spiritual, intellectual, intuitive leader you are. If you're a 6, I like 6s because they're nurturers. 6s are the nurturers. But you still don't know yourself enough like that because you even have one for your name. If you've ever wondered that, it's like, I wonder if names play a role in a person's personality. They do, because certain names have certain numbers to them. And certain numbers represent certain personalities. I like using the zodiac and birth charts and all these things. Not because I'm trying to convert you to a certain religion. Not because I want you to become an astrology freak. No, it's because I want to know who someone is before I meet them, so I know if I'm compatible with them. But you know what? When it all comes down to it, you'll know if you're compatible with someone. You'll know because you'll go up to them, you'll get a feeling, a vibe. You'll get a vibe like, hey, my friends at the gym, any friend I've met at the gym, I got a vibe from them. Like a vibe. I just felt, I like this person. And I walked over to him and I talked to him and we got along. You will know if you actually get along with someone because we choose to be with the people we can relate to. If we're fake as fuck and we try to get things from people by being fake, like my sister and my other grandparents, oh, we like drinking wine and traveling too. Yes, it makes us feel more fancy. It's like, really? Fucking really? Just if you're a 6, you get along best with a 9 in your number. If you are a 6, please tell me in the comments and we can become best friends. Yeah. And you never know, you could become friends with a sign or a number you hate. Because, hey, my best friend is my rival's number. Yet I get along with Leos exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. Oh, and by the way, never mix a Sagittarius woman with a Gemini man or an Aquarius man. Never mix them. You never know. Their chart could be completely different. Sagittarius girls. That's all I have to say. Sagittarius girls. But you never know. Everyone's chart's different. I've met a Sagittarius girl that I actually did like, and she liked me. You never know. You never know. Mystery.